Todd is P4. YH8 Racing is first. Todd is fourth. Eric Yamashita is second. Best lap is a 1:13.996. Todd from New Zealand is P4. Illisp is fifth on mediums. Eric Yamashita is P2 with 13 kilos. Hyperboom 309 is P3. Eric Yamashita is second. YH8 Racing is first on mediums. Illisp is P5. Hyperboom 309 is third. YH8 Racing is first. Hyperboom 309 is third. YH8 Racing is P1. Illusv is 5th. God 12 from Australia is P7 on mediums. Best lap is a 2:05.299. Todd is P4. Hyperboom 309 is 3rd. Illusv is P5. Todd is P4 on mediums. God 12 is P7. Hyperboom 309 is P3. Eric Yamashita is 2nd. Hyperboom 309 is P3. God 12 is 7th. Todd is P4. God 12 is 7th. Illusv is 5th. Eric Yamashita is 2nd. God 12 is P7. Plus is 5th. Eric Yamashita is P2. Todd is 4th. The qualification session is at racetrack in Nunn, Japan. The wind speed is 3 km/h from the northeast. YH8 Racing is P1 on mediums. Hyperboom 309 is second with 13 kilos on mediums. Eric Yamashita from New Zealand is third with 13 kilos on mediums. Hyperboom 309 is second. YH8 Racing is P1. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Hyperboom 309 is fifth. YH8 Racing is P3 up 0.79. YH8 Racing is provisional pole with a 1:14.069. Hyperboom 309 is 5th. YH8 Racing is P1 up 0.20. God 12 from Australia is 5th up 0.49 on mediums. God 12 improved is P4 with a 115.167. 1.098 off pole. YH8 Racing is provisional pole with a 113.960. Eric Yamashita is P2 up 0.15. Eric Yamashita improved is second with a 113.972. 0.012 off pole. Todd from New Zealand is P6 with 13 kilos on mediums. Todd improved his P4 with a 114.807. 0.847 off pole. YH8 Racing is first up 0.69. YH8 Racing is provisional pole with a 113.796. Illis from New Zealand is 6th with 13 kilos on mediums. Illis improved his P5 with a 115.039. 1.243 off pole. Todd is 4th. Five minutes remaining in the session. Todd improved his third with a 114.504. 0.708 off pole. Hyperboom 309 is 4th up 0.33. YH8 Racing is P1 up 0.23. YH8 Racing is provisional pole with a 113.510. Hyperboom 309 is 4th. Hyperboom 309 improved his third with a 114.381. 0.871 off pole. Todd is P4. Todd improved his P4 with a 114.451. 0.941 off pole. Eric Yamashita is second up 0.10. Hyperboom 309 is 4th up 0.10. Hyperboom 309 improved is P3 with a 114.109. 0.599 off pole. Eric Yamashita is P2. Hyperboom 309 is third up 0.23. Illis from New Zealand is 6th. Best lap is a 114.565. 1.055 off pole. YH8 Racing is P1. Best lap is a 113.510. MMR 333 from Canada is 4th with 13 kilos on mediums. Best lap is a 114.163. 0.653 off pole. Todd is 5th on mediums. MMR 333 is P4 up 0.17. YH8 Racing is P1. MMR 333 from Canada is P4. Hyperboom 309 is P3 up 0.19. The qualifying session is now in overtime. God 12 is 7th up 0.11. Hyperboom 309 is P3. Best lap is a 114.109. 0.599 off pole. Broadcast bot is 19th with 13 kilos on mediums. The race session is at racetrack in Nunn, Japan. The wind speed is 1 km/h from the northeast. Hyperboom 309 is P1. YH8 Racing is 2nd on mediums. Eric Yamashita from New Zealand is 3rd with 13 kilos on mediums. MMR 333 from Canada is P4 with 13 kilos on mediums. Illis from New Zealand is 5th with 13 kilos on mediums. Race start. Illis lost 6th to God 12A. MMR 333 is P3. MMR 333 lost P3 to Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is third with 13 kilos on mediums. MMR 333 is fourth. Hyperboom 309 is third. MMR 333 is fourth. Hyperboom 309 is third, 0.4 ahead of MMR 333. Eric Yamashita is second, 0.6 ahead of Hyperboom 309. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Hyperboom 309 is third, 0.8 behind Eric Yamashita. MMR 333 is P4, 0.9 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P3, 0.9 ahead of MMR 333. MMR 333 from Canada is P4, 0.8 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is third, 0.2 behind Eric Yamashita. MMR 333 is fourth, 0.6 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P3. Best lap is a 1:14.482. 0.524 off the fastest lap. MMR 333 is fourth, 0.9 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P3, 0.5 behind Eric Yamashita. Illis is 6th, 1.1 behind Todd. Hyperboom 309 is third on mediums, 0.5 behind Eric Yamashita. Illis is P6, 0.6 behind Todd. Hyperboom 309 is third. Best lap is a 1:13.778. 0.014 off the fastest lap. MMR 333 is P4, 0.3 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P3 with 13 kilos, 0.5 behind Eric Yamashita. Illusv is P6 on mediums, 0.3 behind Todd. Hyperboom 309 is P3, 0.3 behind Eric Yamashita. Illusv is P6, 0.8 behind Todd. Hyperboom 309 is P3 battling Eric Yamashita. Hyperboom 309 passed Eric Yamashita for second. Eric Yamashita is third. Best lap is a 1:14.084. 0.320 off the fastest lap. 15 minutes remaining in the session. MMR 333 is fourth, 1.6 behind Eric Yamashita. Eric Yamashita is P3 battling Hyperboom 309. MMR 333 is P4, 2.1 behind Eric Yamashita. MMR 333 was 1.1 faster last lap. MMR 333 passed Eric Yamashita for third. Illusv from New Zealand is P6, 0.9 behind Eric Yamashita. Illusv passed Eric Yamashita for P5. Eric Yamashita is P6, 1.4 behind Illusv. Illusv is P5. Best lap is a 1:14.504. 0.740 off the fastest lap. Eric Yamashita is P6, 1.0 behind Illusv. Illusv from New Zealand is P5, 0.6 ahead of Eric Yamashita. Illusv was 19.7 faster last lap. Eric Yamashita on lap 8 is 6th, 0.3 behind Illusv. Eric Yamashita passed Illusv for 5th. MMR 333 is P3, 4.3 behind Hyperboom 309. Eric Yamashita on lap 8 is P5, 4.3 behind Todd. MMR 333 is third, 4.1 behind Hyperboom 309. Eric Yamashita is fifth. MMR 333 on lap 9 is third, 3.8 behind Hyperboom 309. Illisp is sixth on mediums. Ten minutes remaining in the session. MMR 333 is third on mediums, 3.4 behind Hyperboom 309. Eric Yamashita exiting pits on mediums. Eric Yamashita is P7, 4.9 behind God 12A. Hyperboom 309 is second with 13 kilos. Eric Yamashita from New Zealand is P7. MMR 333 exiting pits on mediums. Hyperboom 309 is P2. Eric Yamashita is P6. Jonathan Rosser entering the pits is 8th. Illisp exiting pits on mediums. God 12 from Australia is P5 on mediums, 3.1 ahead of Eric Yamashita. Jonathan Rosser exiting pits on mediums. Hyperboom 309 is third. Hyperboom 309 exiting pits on mediums. Eric Yamashita is 6th, 1.0 behind God 12A. Eric Yamashita passed God 12 for 5th. MMR 333 is P4, 1.3 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 was 18.9 faster last lap. God 12 exiting pits on mediums. YH8 Racing is P1. YH8 Racing exiting pits on mediums. MMR333 from Canada is P4, 0.2 behind Hyperboom 309. MMR333 is now P3. Todd exiting pits on mediums. Todd from New Zealand is fourth with 13 kilos on mediums. MMR333 is P3, 0.7 behind Hyperboom 309. Todd is fourth on mediums. MMR333 on lap 13 is P3, 2.4 behind Hyperboom 309. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Todd is fourth. MMR333 from Canada is third, 3.1 behind Hyperboom 309. Todd on lap 14 is fourth. MMR333 from Canada is P3, 3.7 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 was 3.2 faster last lap. Todd is fourth. MMR333 on lap 15 is P3, 3.7 behind Hyperboom 309. Todd is fourth. Best lap is a 1:14.264. 1.042 off the fastest lap. Eric Yamashita is fifth. Todd is fourth. MMR333 is P3, 4.9 behind Hyperboom 309. Todd is 4th on mediums, 4.6 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 is P3. Eric Yamashita is P5. MMR 333 is P3. Eric Yamashita is P5, 4.3 behind Todd. MMR 333 is 3rd. Eric Yamashita on lap 18 is P5, 3.2 behind Todd. The leader has just finished the race. YH8 Racing finished P1. Hyperboom 309 finished P2. MMR 333 finished 3rd. Todd finished 4th. Eric Yamashita finished 5th. Ilisv is P6. Ilisv finished 6th. God 12 finished 7th. Broadcast bot is 9th. The race session is at racetrack in Nune, Japan. The wind speed is 4 km/h from the northeast. Hyperboom 309 is P1. Illis from New Zealand is P2 with 13 kilos on mediums. Eric Yamashita from New Zealand is P3 with 13 kilos on mediums. YH8 Racing is P4 on mediums. Todd from New Zealand is P5 with 13 kilos on mediums. Race start. Todd passed Eric Yamashita for P3. Todd is now P4. Eric Yamashita is P2. Todd entering the pits is P7. MMR 333 from Canada is third with 13 kilos on mediums. Eric Yamashita is P2. Todd exiting pits on mediums. MMR 333 is third. Hyperboom 309 is P4 with 13 kilos on mediums. MMR 333 is P3, 0.1 ahead of Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 on lap 2 is P4, 0.2 behind MMR 333. "20 minutes remaining in the session. MMR 333 is third. Best lap is a 1:23.479. 1.354 off the fastest lap. Hyperboom 309 is P4, 0.4 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 on lap 2 is third, 0.1 ahead of Hyperboom 309. Eric Yamashita on lap 3 is P2, 0.8 behind Illis. MMR 333 from Canada is third, 1.0 behind Eric Yamashita. Eric Yamashita is second. Best lap is a 1:13.907. MMR 333 on lap 3 is P3, 0.7 behind Eric Yamashita. Eric Yamashita is second with 13 kilos, 0.3 behind Illis. MMR 333 is P3, 0.5 behind Eric Yamashita. Eric Yamashita is P2, 0.5 ahead of MMR 333. Illisp is second, 0.1 ahead of MMR 333. Illisp lost third to Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P2 with 13 kilos, 0.2 behind MMR 333. YH8 Racing is 6th, 0.7 behind Jonathan Rosser. YH8 Racing was 2.8 faster last lap. YH8 Racing passed Jonathan Rosser for 5th. MMR 333 is P2 on mediums, 0.3 behind Hyperboom 309. Eric Yamashita is 4th, 1.3 behind Illisp. MMR 333 is second, 0.4 behind Hyperboom 309. Eric Yamashita from New Zealand is P4, 0.4 behind Illisp. Illisp was 1.6 faster last lap. MMR 333 is P2 on mediums, 0.3 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P2 battling MMR 333. Hyperboom 309 lost third to Illisp. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Illisp is P3. Hyperboom 309 is 4th on mediums, 1.0 behind Illisp. Illisp is 3rd with 13 kilos, 0.6 ahead of Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is 4th, 0.1 behind Illisp. Hyperboom 309 passed Illisp for 3rd. Illisp on lap 7 is 4th, 0.4 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P3. Best lap is a 1:14.037. 0.637 off the fastest lap. Illisp is P4 with 13 kilos, 0.6 behind Hyperboom 309. Illisp was 4.1 faster last lap. Hyperboom 309 is P3, 1.1 ahead of Illisp. Illisp is P4, 1.2 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is third, 0.8 behind Eric Yamashita. YH8 Racing is fifth, 1.0 behind Illisp. Hyperboom 309 is third, 1.0 behind Eric Yamashita. YH8 Racing on lap 9 is P5, 0.9 behind Illisp. YH8 Racing was 1.3 faster last lap. Hyperboom 309 is P3, 0.9 behind Eric Yamashita. YH8 Racing is fifth, 0.5 behind Illisp. Hyperboom 309 is P3, 0.7 behind Eric Yamashita. YH8 Racing is P5, 0.6 behind Illisp. Hyperboom 309 is third, 1.0 behind Eric Yamashita. Eric Yamashita is second, 0.9 ahead of Hyperboom 309. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Illisp exiting pits on mediums. Hyperboom 309 is third, 1.1 behind Eric Yamashita. Jonathan Rosser exiting pits on mediums. Eric Yamashita is second, 0.9 ahead of Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P2. YH8 Racing is fourth, 0.2 behind Eric Yamashita. YH8 Racing passed Hyperboom 309 for second. Eric Yamashita is third, 2.7 ahead of Hyperboom 309. Eric Yamashita exiting pits on mediums. Hyperboom 309 exiting pits on mediums. Jonathan Rosser from New Zealand on lap 10 is P7 on mediums, 2.5 behind Todd. Todd was 4.9 faster last lap. Hyperboom 309 is P4, 2.7 behind Eric Yamashita. Jonathan Rosser is P7 on mediums, 3.8 behind Todd. Hyperboom 309 is fourth with 13 kilos, 3.2 behind Eric Yamashita. MMR 333 exiting pits on mediums. YH8 Racing exiting pits on mediums. Hyperboom 309 is now P3. Eric Yamashita is second. Eric Yamashita passed MMR 333 for first. MMR 333 is second, 0.5 behind Eric Yamashita. Illis from New Zealand is P5, 0.6 behind YH8 Racing. MMR 333 on lap 12 is P2, 1.0 behind Eric Yamashita. MMR 333 was 3.5 faster last lap. Illis is P5, 1.2 behind YH8 Racing. Hyperboom 309 is third, 0.9 behind MMR 333. MMR 333 is second. Best lap is a 1:14.130. 0.730 off the fastest lap. Hyperboom 309 is third, 0.7 behind MMR 333. Hyperboom 309 passed MMR 333 for P2. MMR 333 is P3. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Illis is P5, 1.8 behind YH8 Racing. MMR 333 is P3, 0.8 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P2, 1.2 ahead of MMR 333. Hyperboom 309 was 2.5 faster last lap. Todd exiting pits on mediums. MMR 333 is P3 on mediums, 1.1 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is second, 1.0 behind Eric Yamashita. MMR 333 is third, 1.3 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P2 with 13 kilos, 0.8 behind Eric Yamashita. Hyperboom 309 was 1.1 faster last lap. MMR 333 is P3, 1.7 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P2, 0.7 behind Eric Yamashita. MMR 333 is P3, 2.9 ahead of YH8 Racing. Hyperboom 309 is second, 1.1 behind Eric Yamashita. MMR 333 is third, 3.4 ahead of YH8 Racing. Hyperboom 309 is P2, 1.1 behind Eric Yamashita. YH8 Racing is fourth, 2.8 behind MMR 333. Hyperboom 309 is second, 1.4 behind Eric Yamashita. Eric Yamashita was 0.7 faster last lap. MMR 333 is P3, 3.0 behind Hyperboom 309. Hyperboom 309 is P2, 0.8 behind Eric Yamashita. MMR 333 is P3, 2.6 behind Hyperboom 309. The leader has just finished the race. Eric Yamashita finished first. Hyperboom 309 finished second. MMR 333 finished P3. YH8 Racing finished fourth. Illis finished fifth. Jonathan Rosser is P6. Jonathan Rosser finished 6th. Todd finished 7th.